First class engine. Early one morning, Percy arrived back at Tidmouth Sheds, very tired. "Morning, Percy," said Thomas. "You do look tired." "Yes, I am," said Percy sleepily. "I was up all night delivering the mail. It seems like there are more letters and parcels than ever." "Heh," scoffed James. "You're only a little engine. No wonder you struggle to manage those heavy vans. Perhaps Sir Topham Hatt should give the job to another engine, or even Harold. I'm sure they could manage the work." "I can manage fine on my own, thank you," said Percy firmly.
"Perhaps," said a voice, "you could do with a little help, Percy."
It was Sir Topham Hatt, who had just arrived and had heard everything.
"James, you think another engine should help take the mail. I think that's a very good idea, and I'm sure Percy wouldn't mind the lighter workload for a while."
Percy was pleased, and James looked smug. That was until Sir Topham Hatt continued.
"I'm assigning both you and Percy to tonight's mail run. You can help him collect all the letters and parcels that need to go to the mainland."
James was horrified. "But, sir," he protested, "I'm supposed to be taking the express in the morning, and I can't do that if I've been busy all night pulling the mail train."
"I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind taking the express in your place, James," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "Now the decision is final, so I'll hear no more about it."
And Sir Topham Hatt turned and walked away. Later that night, James and Percy had collected their mail vans and were waiting for them to be loaded at Knapford Station. Percy was trying to explain to James what he had to do, but James was taking no notice. "James, you must remember to collect all the bags of mail at each station," explained Percy. "Sometimes the mail will arrive by road, so you have to be patient and wait for the van to arrive and be loaded into your train before you leave." But James was too busy thinking about getting back to his shed and waking up to pull the morning express. Just then, the guard's whistle blew, and the two engines set off. "Good luck, James," said Percy. "I'll manage fine, thank you," James grumbled. Silly Percy, thinking I can't manage a few bags of mail. It can't be that difficult. Right, let's get all this mail loaded into the vans. Then we can be on our way. That's all the mail from this station. Let's get going. The sooner we finish collecting all this mail, the sooner I can get back to my shed. It looks like the station master is waiting for us.
Hello, James, said the station master.
Some of the mail arriving by road has been delayed, so you'll need to wait for it to arrive. In the meantime, here is the rest of the mail for you. Bother, muttered James. This is sure to make me late now. Come on, driver. We can't afford to be late.
Wait, James, wait, called the station master. But James didn't stop. He was determined not to be late and wanted to prove he was better than Percy.
As James arrived at Marron Station, the station master ran up to him looking rather upset.
"James," he said, "I've had a phone call from the station master at Wellsworth, and he tells me that you didn't wait for the mail to arrive by road." James felt foolish. "Now," continued the station master, "we have arranged for the mail to be brought here. So please can you wait for it to arrive? It's vital that this important mail reaches its destination on time."
This time, James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. If I deliver all the important mail, he thought, then I'm sure that Sir Topham Hatt will say I'm really useful. Maybe even more useful than Percy. "Don't worry, sir," said James to the station master. "I promise I'll wait for the mail to arrive and make sure it gets to the mainland in time."
"That's a good engine," smiled the station master. "The mail won't be long now, so you'll soon be on your way again." So James waited for the mail to arrive. He didn't have to wait long. He heard a car horn coming from nearby, and then watched as a red post van pulled into the station car park. Soon the important mail was loaded, and James puffed quickly away. He was determined to make up for lost time, but was even more determined to prove that he could be as patient as Percy.
Just one more stop to make. Then we are finished for the night. James arrived at Vickerstown Station and was feeling pleased with himself. He had collected all the mail and tried his best to make up for lost time. Percy was already there waiting for him, and so was Sir Topham Hatt. James was worried what he would say about him not being patient and waiting for the mail. "Ah, there you are, James," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I've heard from several of the station masters that you've done a good night's work," Sir Topham Hatt smiled. "I've also heard that there was a small incident at Wellsworth Station," he added. "But you put things right and have made sure that all the mail arrived on time. You have once again proved to me that you are a really useful engine, and a first-class one at that." "Well done, James," puffed Percy excitedly. James felt so proud he thought his boiler would burst.